Welcome to JBC English Learning Academy. Now, take a deep breath and let your body relax. This story begins in a very quiet moment, a moment that many people know very well, even if they never talk about it. Imagine this. You sit down with a plan. You want to study English. You want to listen carefully. You want to focus. You open your book, or you press play on a video. At first, everything feels fine. You feel hopeful. You feel ready. But after a few minutes, something changes. Your eyes move away. Your mind starts to travel. You think about your phone. You think about food. You think about something that happened yesterday, or something that might happen tomorrow. And slowly, without asking you, your focus walks away. This is not because you are lazy. This is not because you are weak. This is because focus is a skill. And today, we begin a long, gentle story about learning how to stay focused for longer, not only in English, but in life. This is not a fast story. This is not a loud story. This is a slow, friendly journey made for learners like you, who want to understand English deeply and speak it with calm confidence. Our story starts with a learner named Alex. Alex is not special. Alex is not perfect. Alex is just like many people listening right now. Alex wants to improve English. Alex believes English can open new doors, new jobs, new friendships, new ideas. One evening, after a long day, Alex sits at a small desk. The room is quiet. There is a light on the desk. There is a notebook. There is a phone next to it. Alex tells himself, "Today, I will focus for 1 full hour." This feels like a strong promise. The first 5 minutes are good. Alex listens. Alex understands. Alex feels proud. But then, a small sound comes from the phone. A message. A light on the screen. Alex does not touch the phone, but the mind already touches it. The mind says, "Just look for 1 second." Alex tries to stay focused, but now the English sounds feel slower, heavier. Words begin to slip away. After 10 minutes, Alex checks the phone. Just for a moment. That moment becomes 5 minutes. Then 10. The English lesson is still playing, but Alex is no longer really there. When the lesson ends, Alex feels something heavy inside. Not anger. Not sadness. Something softer, but still painful. Disappointment. Alex thinks, "Why is this so hard? Why can I not focus like other people?" This question is very important. Many learners ask it, but the answer is not what most people think. The problem is not intelligence. The problem is not motivation. The problem is that no one teaches us how to focus. In school, we learn math. We learn history. We learn grammar. But we do not learn how to stay with one thought. How to stay with one sound. How to stay present. Focus is like a muscle. If you never train it, it gets tired very fast. Alex does not know this yet. Alex believes focus should be natural, easy, automatic. So Alex feels frustrated. The next day, Alex tries again. Same desk, same light, same plan. 1 hour, Alex says again. This time, Alex puts the phone face down. This feels like a smart move. And yes, it helps. For a while. Alex focuses for 15 minutes. That feels better. But then the mind starts to speak again. Am I learning fast enough? Why is this word so hard? Maybe I should watch another video. These thoughts are quiet, but powerful. They pull attention away, little by little. By the end of the hour, Alex feels tired, not because English is hard, but because fighting distraction is hard. Alex does not know that this fight is the wrong way. Focus is not about fighting your mind. Focus is about guiding it, like guiding a young child by the hand. Slowly, kindly, with patience. That night, Alex goes for a short walk. The air is cool. The street is calm. Alex thinks about English, but also about life. About how everything feels fast. Messages, videos, news. Everything asks for attention. All the time. Alex realizes something important, even if the words are not clear yet. The world is designed to break focus. So if focus is broken, it is not a personal failure. It is a human experience. This realization is the first small change. The first soft light in the story. The next day, Alex tries something new. Not a big change. A small one. Alex decides to focus for just 10 minutes. Not 1 hour. Just 10 minutes. Anyone can do 10 minutes, Alex thinks. The pressure feels lighter. Alex sits down, starts the lesson, and listens. The phone is in another room now. The door is closed. The English voice sounds clearer. Alex understands more. When the mind moves away, Alex gently brings it back. Not with anger. Not with force. Just a soft return. Like saying, it's okay. Come back. 10 minutes pass. The lesson stops. And something surprising happens. Alex does not feel tired. Alex feels calm. Successful. Proud. This small success changes something inside. Alex learns a quiet truth. Focus grows when it feels safe. When it feels possible. Not when it feels heavy. Over the next days, Alex keeps practicing 10 minutes. Sometimes 15. Sometimes only 8. But Alex no longer feels like a failure. Each session feels like training, not testing. And slowly, English begins to feel different. Sounds feel familiar. Sentences feel smoother. Alex notices that understanding improves, not because of more time, but because of better attention. This is a powerful realization. Time alone does not create progress. Attention does. Many learners think if I study longer, I will improve. But long study without focus is like walking in circles. Short study with focus is like walking forward. Alex begins to enjoy the process. English is no longer an enemy. It becomes a companion, a story, a voice. And this changes motivation. When something feels enjoyable, focus comes more easily. Alex still gets distracted sometimes. This does not disappear. But now Alex understands distraction is not the end of the story. It is just a moment, a signal, a chance to return. This understanding creates transformation. Not loud, not dramatic, but deep. Alex becomes kinder to the mind. And because of that kindness, the mind becomes calmer. At the end of 1 week, Alex looks back. Something has changed. Not only English level, but confidence, patience, trust. Alex learns an important takeaway, one that you can take too. Staying focused for longer does not start with force. It starts with understanding. Understanding your mind. Understanding your limits. Understanding that focus grows slowly, like a plant. You do not pull it to make it grow. You water it. You give it light. You give it time. And in this long story, this is only the beginning. In the next section, we will go deeper. We will explore why the mind runs away, what it is afraid of, and how to create a space where focus feels natural, not painful. For now, take a breath. Feel proud. You stayed focused long enough to reach the end of this section. And that means you are already learning how to stay focused for longer. Before we move forward, let us slow down again. Let your shoulders relax. Let your breathing become easy. This section continues the same story, the same journey, but now we walk a little deeper inside the mind. In the last section, we saw Alex learning a gentle truth. Focus is not about force, but about kindness and understanding. Now, a new question appears, a very important one. Why does the mind run away in the first place? Why is it so hard to stay with one lesson, one sound, one voice? Alex begins to ask this question, not with anger, but with curiosity. And curiosity is a powerful thing. One morning, Alex sits near a window. Sunlight comes in softly. Birds can be heard outside. Alex starts an English listening practice. The voice is calm. The words are clear. But after a few minutes, the mind moves again. Thoughts appear. Small thoughts. Am I doing this right? What if I never become fluent? I should check something online. Alex notices this, and instead of feeling upset, Alex pauses the audio. Just for a moment. Alex asks quietly, "Why are you running?" This is not a normal question for many people. Most people just follow the mind. But Alex is learning to observe it. And slowly, answers begin to appear, not in words, but in feelings. The mind is not trying to hurt Alex. It is trying to protect Alex. This sounds strange at first, but it is true. The mind runs away because it feels uncomfortable. Learning something new is uncomfortable. Not painful, but uncertain. The mind likes safety. The mind likes what it already knows. English listening requires attention, patience, and not understanding everything. And the mind does not like not knowing. It prefers easy pleasure. A phone. A short video. A quick message. These things feel safe. They feel familiar. So when Alex tries to focus, the mind says, "Let's go somewhere easier." This is not laziness. This is habit. For many years, the mind has learned to jump quickly from one thing to another. Fast information. Fast answers. Fast rewards. Focus asks for the opposite. It asks for stillness. And stillness feels strange at first. Alex realizes something important here. The mind is like a river. For years, it has flowed in one direction. Fast. Wide. Changing direction takes time. You cannot stop a river with your hands. But you can slowly guide it. Alex begins to experiment. Instead of fighting distraction, Alex begins to expect it. When starting a lesson, Alex says quietly, "My mind will try to run away." That's okay. This simple acceptance changes everything. When distraction comes, it feels less powerful. Alex notices thoughts like clouds passing in the sky. They appear. They move. They disappear. The lesson continues. One day, during a longer listening session, Alex feels bored. This is a new feeling to observe. Boredom feels heavy. Slow. The mind says, "This is boring. Let's stop." But Alex stays. Just a little longer. Alex listens to the sound of the voice, the rhythm, the pauses, and something interesting happens. Boredom changes. It becomes calm, then curious. Alex starts noticing small details. How words connect. How the voice rises and falls. Boredom was not an enemy. It was a door. Most people run away when they feel bored. But boredom is often the moment right before deeper focus begins. This is a big realization. Alex understands now that the mind runs away not because the lesson is bad, but because the lesson is asking for presence. And presence is a skill the mind is still learning. Alex also notices another reason the mind runs away: fear. A quiet fear. Fear of failure. Fear of wasting time. Fear of not being good enough. When Alex listens to English, There are words that are not understood, sentences that feel unclear. The mind does not like this feeling. It wants to escape before the feeling grows. But Alex learns to stay with confusion. To say, it's okay not to understand everything. This sentence becomes a friend. Alex repeats it often. And with this acceptance, understanding actually improves. Because pressure disappears. The mind relaxes. Learning flows more easily. Over time, Alex begins to build a small ritual. Before each listening practice, Alex takes 3 slow breaths. Then Alex sets a clear, kind intention. I will listen. I will not rush. I will return when my mind leaves. This ritual tells the mind you are safe. And when the mind feels safe, it does not need to run as much. Focus lasts longer. Not perfectly, but gently. There are still days when focus is short, when the mind is loud, when nothing seems to work. Alex learns not to judge these days. They are part of the journey. Just like muscles feel weak some days, focus also changes from day to day. The important thing is showing up, sitting down, listening, returning, again and again. This repetition creates change. Not fast change, but real change. After several weeks, Alex notices something surprising. Focus in English practice begins to affect other parts of life. Alex listens better to people. Alex enjoys walks more. Alex feels calmer when waiting. This is because focus is not only an English skill. It is a life skill. Training it in one area strengthens it everywhere. At the end of this section, Alex reflects quietly. The mind runs away because it has learned to, but it can learn something new. Focus is not about control. It is about relationship. A relationship with your own attention. When you treat your mind like an enemy, it fights back. When you treat it like a friend, it begins to trust you. And here is your takeaway for this section. If your mind runs away during English practice, do not feel bad. Do not stop. Just notice. Just return. Every return is progress. Every moment of awareness is training. In the next section, we will explore how to build an environment that supports focus so your mind does not have to work so hard. Stay with me. The story continues. Let us slow down again, just like before. Take a soft breath in and a soft breath out. You are doing well. You are staying with the story, and that already means your focus is growing. In this section, the story moves from inside the mind to the world around us. Because Alex begins to understand something very important, focus is not only an inner skill. It is also shaped by the space we live in, the sounds we hear, and the choices we make before we even start learning. One afternoon, Alex sits down for English practice, but something feels different. The room is noisy. A television is on in another room. Messages are coming to the phone. People are talking nearby. Alex tries to listen, but the English words feel far away, like they are coming from another place. Alex pauses the lesson and looks around. And in this quiet pause, a realization appears. Maybe it's not only my mind. Maybe my space is not helping me. This thought changes the direction of the journey. Alex begins to look at focus in a new way. Not as a personal problem, but as a system. A system made of habits, environment, and energy. That evening, Alex decides to make a small experiment. Not a big change. Just a simple one. Alex chooses one small corner of the room. A chair. A small table. Nothing special. But this corner will be only for English. No phone. No food. No other activities. When Alex sits there, it will mean one thing: listening and learning. This simple decision sends a quiet message to the brain. This place is for focus. The next day, Alex sits in the same corner. The body remembers. The mind remembers. Focus comes a little faster. Not perfectly, but faster. Alex also changes the time of practice. Before, English study happened late at night, when the body was tired and the mind was full. Now, Alex tries studying earlier, when energy is higher. This one change makes a big difference. Focus feels lighter. Understanding feels easier. Alex learns an important lesson here. Focus is not just willpower. It is timing. It is choosing moments when your mind is ready, not already exhausted. Alex also begins to notice the power of sound. Silence feels too strong sometimes. Noise feels too busy. So Alex chooses soft background sounds. Light rain. Gentle music without words. This creates a calm space. A safe space. The English voice sits comfortably inside this sound, not fighting it. Alex feels less pressure. Less tension. More presence. Over days and weeks, these small changes build a strong foundation. The environment begins to support the goal instead of working against it. Alex no longer needs to fight so hard to stay focused. The space does part of the work. Another important change happens with the phone. Alex does not throw the phone away. That would feel too extreme. Instead, Alex gives the phone a place outside the room during practice time. The phone is still there. It is still safe. But it is not asking for attention. This creates a feeling of freedom. Alex feels less pulled, less divided. Focus becomes more natural. Alex also learns to prepare before listening. Just 1 minute. 1 minute to sit, breathe, and remember why English matters. I am learning to understand the world. I am learning to express myself. This reminder creates meaning. And meaning strengthens focus. When the mind knows why something matters, it stays longer. There is also a change in how Alex listens. Before, Alex tried to understand every word. This was exhausting. Now, Alex listens for the general idea first. The feeling, the story, the details can come later. This reduces pressure. And when pressure goes down, focus goes up. Alex realizes that focus is not about holding tight. It is about allowing the sounds to come, allowing understanding to grow slowly. One day, something surprising happens. Alex listens for 30 minutes without checking the time. This has never happened before. When the lesson ends, Alex feels calm and satisfied, not tired. This moment feels like a quiet victory. Not loud, not dramatic, but real. Alex smiles. This is progress. Not because 30 minutes is a big number, but because those minutes were full. Full of attention. Full of presence. Alex reflects on this experience later. The space helped. The timing helped. The kindness helped. Focus grew because everything worked together. The mind, the body, and the environment were no longer fighting each other. They were cooperating. This cooperation creates transformation. Alex begins to trust the process more. There is less self-criticism, less rushing. Learning becomes something to enjoy, not something to survive. And this joy feeds focus even more. At the end of this section, Alex sits quietly and thinks about the journey so far. Focus is not magic. It is not talent. It is design. You design your space. You design your habits. You design your expectations. And slowly, focus follows. Here is your takeaway from this part of the story. If staying focused feels hard, look around you. Your space matters. Your timing matters. Your preparation matters. You do not need a perfect environment, just a supportive one. In the next section, we will explore how to train focus gently over longer periods, without burnout, without pressure, and without losing motivation. Stay with me. The story is growing, just like your focus. You are still here, and that is important. It shows patience. It shows quiet strength. Now let us continue the story, slowly and calmly, just like the way we want to learn English. In this section, Alex faces a new challenge. Focus has improved. The space feels supportive. The mind understands itself better. But a new problem appears. Fatigue. Some days, Alex feels tired before even starting. Some days, motivation is low. Alex worries, if I try to focus for longer, will I burn out? Will I lose my love for learning? This is a very real fear. Many learners start strong, then stop completely. Not because they are weak, but because they push too hard. Alex decides to approach this carefully, with wisdom instead of force. One morning, Alex remembers something important. Muscles grow with rest, not with constant effort. Focus is the same. So Alex stops trying to increase time every day. Instead, Alex creates a rhythm. Some days are longer. Some days are shorter. Some days are very light. This rhythm feels natural. It respects energy. It respects mood. And surprisingly, focus becomes stronger. Because the mind does not feel trapped. It feels free. Alex also learns to listen to the body. When the body is tense, the mind follows. So before practice, Alex stretches a little, rolls the shoulders, takes slow breaths. This simple care changes everything. Focus becomes smoother. The English voice feels closer. Alex also starts to take breaks in a new way. Before, breaks meant checking the phone. This broke focus completely. Now, breaks are quiet. A glass of water. Looking out the window. Standing up and moving slowly. These breaks rest the mind without stealing attention. When Alex returns, focus comes back faster. Another important change happens in how Alex measures progress. Before, progress meant, how long did I study? Now, progress means, how present was I? Some days, 10 minutes of deep focus feels better than 40 minutes of distracted listening. Alex learns to celebrate presence, not time. This reduces pressure. And when pressure goes down, focus stays longer. There are still difficult days. Days when English feels heavy. Days when words do not stick. Alex learns not to force learning on these days. Instead, Alex chooses gentle exposure. Listening while walking. Listening without trying to understand everything. Just letting the sound flow. This keeps the connection alive without stress. Over weeks, Alex notices something beautiful. Focus is no longer a struggle. It is a habit. A quiet one. It arrives naturally when Alex sits in the learning space. The mind settles faster. The body relaxes. English becomes familiar. Friendly. Alex feels proud, but not in a loud way. In a calm, grounded way. At the end of this section, Alex reflects again. Training focus is not about pushing limits. It is about respecting them. Burnout comes from ignoring signals. Growth comes from listening to them. This is the takeaway for you too. If you want to stay focused for longer, go slowly. Rest is part of training. Kindness is part of discipline. And in the final section, we will bring everything together. Focus, English, confidence, and daily life will meet in one clear understanding. Stay with me. This is the final part of our long, gentle story. If you are here now, take a quiet moment to feel proud. You have stayed with this journey. You have listened. You have practiced patience. And that already shows real focus. In this last section, the story opens wider. Alex is still learning English, yes. But now Alex begins to see that focus is no longer just a study skill. It has become a way of living. One evening, Alex is sitting with a friend in a small cafe. The friend is talking about something important. In the past, Alex's mind would drift, thinking about replies, thinking about the phone, thinking about something else. But now, something is different. Alex is fully there, listening, present. The friend notices it too. The conversation feels deeper, more real. Alex realizes that the same focus trained during English listening is now alive in daily life. This realization feels powerful, but also calm. Not exciting in a loud way, but meaningful in a deep way. Later that week, Alex listens to an English story without subtitles. There are still words that are not clear. That has not disappeared. But Alex does not panic. The mind stays. The story flows. Understanding comes naturally. Alex smiles softly. This is not perfect English, but it is real connection. Alex remembers the first days, the frustration, the short attention, the disappointment. And now the contrast is clear. The transformation did not happen suddenly. It happened through small choices, small returns, small kindness. Alex understands now that focus grows when you trust the process, not when you rush the result. Alex also understands that losing focus is not failure. It is part of being human. Even now, the mind still wanders sometimes, but it always comes back faster, with less judgment, with more ease. This is mastery, not control, but relationship. At the end of the day, Alex sits quietly and reflects. English has improved, yes. Listening is stronger. Speaking feels easier. But something else has grown too. Confidence, patience, self-trust. Alex no longer feels broken for struggling to focus. Alex feels trained, capable, human. And this brings us to the final takeaway of the story, and the most important one. Staying focused for longer is not about becoming someone else. It is about becoming more present as you are. You do not need a perfect mind. You do not need endless motivation. You only need gentle attention, practiced again and again. Focus is built in moments. One breath, one return, one listening session at a time. And every time you choose to come back, you are training not only your English, but your life. Thank you for staying with this story. Thank you for listening. And remember, focus is not something you find. It is something you grow. Slowly, kindly. And it will stay with you wherever you go.